Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Not here yet, Joe. Johnny is not, he's not here yet, Joe. Where's Joe? Come on, Joe. Here comes David Birdman.
Hey, where's the Americans at? Come on, get out of bed, you lazy gits.
Yeah.
How are you on
How's your Friday turning out there for you?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a yeah day.
just a normal Friday.
What? Frank's here, Skyfly.
Here you go, Paul.
You got my squirrelies here?
Yep. When squirrels come across an especially spectacular nut, they often gather and stare in amazement. Very similar to how they're looking at you right now.
That's a good one.
Oh dear. I'll go back to sleep.
Johnny's here.
Yeah, he told Joe to shut up. That Laura Fraser's catching on.
Oh, is it?
Poor Joey, you didn't even hear he's getting told to shut up.
I thought maybe it was the catchphrase is Justin shut up.
No, Justin is check your messages.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I got it wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, Justin is check your messages, followed by I'll I've got to go and do something, and you know exactly where they've gone. Yeah, but Laura's computer died this morning.
Oh, did it? Well, I know you were. Did you get that one ordered for her or what?
No, it needs a new part. She's gonna have to wait.
Wish you would stop laying in the dirt, Mia, because your
Yeah.
ears are just full of dirt. I mean, look at that. Look at that dirt on there. That's out of her ears.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, how you doing, Laura?
Yeah, I'm all right.
David was just talking about he was going to buy you a new computer.
No, he's not. I only need a part.
Yeah. Just needs a new graphics card.
Oh, is that what's it? What do you got to do? Order that?
Yeah, we've got to wait for the old one to go back,
I'm just about to undo.
get my refund, and then order a new one.
Well, what does the graphics card cost?
200. Oh my God! Now you're asking.
The same one as ordered.
It's a very good question, that Paul. A lot of money.
Well, how
More than
come the
I'm willing to
graphics
spend.
card is this the second one, right?
This no, this is what This one that she's got was my old one. And
Oh,
it was fine in my computer, Paul. Fine. It played all my games, not a problem. I put it in Laura's. Within 2 weeks, she's burnt it out.
was it just not big enough card or what?
No, it's developed a fault. It's actually a known issue. Yeah, it's going to cost £269.99 for a new one. Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
No,
Maybe some of these people on here would send you a few dollars so you can get it ordered.
no,
Huh?
we don't do that.
Well, no, you don't, but maybe they do. Maybe they would like to help you out.
No, we'll be fine.
Yeah, but Laura's going to go stir crazy without having her computer.
Got an Xbox.
But Paul, it means I might get to bed early. It means I won't have to listen to Justin, Tim, Matt, and Laura shouting at each other like women on heat, right? At freaking 3 a.m.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
Pick up my card! Pick up my card! Why are you nicking my stuff? Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Wow, for fuck's sake! I'm dead. That's what I get every night.
Oh, I guess that was funny. You can be Justin both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
Tim has done get both sides.
Well, how much is 200? What'd you say, 200 pounds?
£269.99.
What's that in US dollars?
I haven't got a clue.
I've got a clue, I'm not telling you, Paul.
What'd Laura say?
She said, I haven't got a clue and I'm not telling you, Paul.
£269 in the US dollars. It shouldn't be tough. Alexa, what is US dollars 269 pounds?
What? No. Yeah. Right. Hi, everybody in the chat. We got-
Alexa,
Laura's told Alexa not to say anything.
69 pounds is how many dollars?
£69.
269. Alexa, how much is 269 pounds in US dollars?
269 pounds is about $255 US.
$255. What do you want? Goofball?
Hey, Frank. Who else we got? Oh, we've got little Llama Laura. Hey, Johnny, John Fryer. Skyfly. Mark R. White. Missing the link. Don't worry, Mark. I'll bail him out. You know what it's like. Doopy doopy doo, doopy doopy doo.
Okay. So if anybody wants to help out, send David some money.
Much it is.
Yeah, it's £356.49 in US dollars. That's a lot of money. And Paul, you've not put a link in.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else we need to run out?
Just Dr. Pepper.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to buy her a new computer?
Yeah, if you've got no, not cheaper. To buy her a new computer, you're talking
1,000 or passport and
well about 800 quid. Now that's a lot of money in US dollars.
What?
It's a lot of
Boy,
money.
you
in
guys
UK
get ripped
pounds.
off. I can buy computers all day long for like $200-300 here.
Yeah, but they've got to play Fortnite. We could get her a Chromebook, but I'm not sure she'll be playing Fortnite on it. Yeah.
There you go. It's pinned now.
Right. Yeah. Post office prescription. Oh. Oh yeah, don't forget your mum's batteries.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Hi, Paul. David.
Hey, We're
How you doing?
we're just getting the group together to put together some money so that Laura can get her computer going.
Mm. We're safer with Laura not having
All
a
right,
computer
curtain.
working.
Door. Never mind that. Get that curtain and
Well,
door.
and David, you have PayPal, don't
Hi,
you?
Dusty.
Oh.
No,
Well, yeah, but no.
Okay, so anybody would like to donate to Laura's cause, donate whatever you can and whatever you're able to David to fix Laura's computer. You can dial him up on PayPal.
Right. Paul.
Which comedy sketch show was that on? Yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but no,
Oh,
but that girl.
Yeah,
Vicky
yeah,
Pollard.
David.
Right. Anyway, Paul, you're asking the wrong community, right?
Yeah.
These are the people that Laura's abused, telling them to shut up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're just happy that she ain't got a computer.
but everybody loves Laura anyway, even though she says stuff like it's just like you. Now, how many times has she abused you? You still love her.
Yeah, but I've got a direct line to abuse line. Adult abuse.
Hand mixing concrete. Why don't you use a concrete mixer? Much easier than doing it by hand, Dusty.
Well, do what my mate did. Tried using a fucking food mixer.
Yeah, that don't work.
Well, it works at start. It doesn't when it gets thicker. I'll tell you what.
No, it won't. It won't work with concrete with big stones in it.
Yeah.
It might work with. It might work with mortar and.
Yeah. Well, when my mate did it, he started it off. It was going all right, and then all of a sudden, about 3 minutes in, he started sparking out the back, and it went boom. Which I'm not surprised.
65 bags at £80 a bag, I'm sure.
Wow.
Weight wise at that. £80 weight, I take it. It's a lot of concrete.
That is. Would not have been better just hiring one of the trucks to come and mix it for you. The old ready mix truck.
Well, you've got the ready mix one. You've also got the ones that come with an actual mixing plant on the back of the wagon, and they do it as you need it.
Yeah. Them ready mix ones, they don't go over quite often. When the truck drivers take the corners wrong.
Oh, he says he's using a mixer, but it does 3 bags at a time.
I suppose that's a problem.
No, he's laying a driveway and the concrete truck's too heavy for the driveway. Well, you see, concrete trucks have extensions to the chutes so that they don't have to drive onto the driveway.
Well, these new ones, they've got pumps, haven't they now? It goes up in the air and
yeah, they've even got
like
concrete
a little
pumps.
Yeah, they got like a little elephant. Looks like an elephant trunk that you swerve around. You see,
they've been around. They've been around for about 50, 40 years. They're used a lot when you're doing bridge work and you've got to get it high up.
Right, here we go.
I put it in the chat for you, David.
Yeah, but it's great because they don't know where they're sending it to.
They can look you up.
Not on PayPal, they can't.
PayPal's looking to shovel money wherever they can.
Right. That one.
That's the point.
Oh, got distracted now. Bird boxes. That's what I'm looking for. There they are.
Shut up, phone.
Catching on.
It's the house phone. I'm not answering it because
Oh, they're always
nobody I want to talk to actually uses the house phone. So it'd be a cold call.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. PayPal have taken their 570 quid out. Shucks.
Boom. Your package will be delivered when? Arriving by 10. That ain't arriving by 10 p.m. today. Not a hope in hell's chance. It's not even been dispatched.
10 p.m.
Yeah, I bought some thermal paste.
You think they're going to work at 10 p.m.?
Well, no, Amazon have got it
What's
listed as down for delivery today by 10 p.m.
07385. Now they're phoning me. What's it?
Same day
house.
delivery.
Now they're phoning me mobile. I haven't the foggiest idea who it is. So I'm not answering it.
Yeah, well, the great news is the doctors have reversed my sex change from yesterday. Yeah, I rung them up and I said, I'd like to speak to the practice manager. She went, I know exactly who you are. And I went, do you? She went, yeah, you're David. And I may have called you a female and I may have ordered you some hormone replacement pills. And yeah, we're going to try and cancel all that. It's like, yeah, I think you very well should. Fucking hormone replacement pills, whatever next.
That's estrogen. He said, no, it's all right. You can send them me. I can quite easily sell them to somebody who's a transgender.
Yeah. Save them for Laura in a couple of years' time.
Yeah.
I've
They
got
might
I've got you a bit of a supplier already. Look.
Yeah, I've got your Prezi. Well, whoever it was who phoned left a voicemail, and that's really unusual.
Oh dear, they desperately want you.
It doesn't say who it is.
Oh,
It's a mobile number and it's left a voicemail.
It's all right. I've got another parcel coming today through Yodel. It was put on the van at 8:53 this morning and hasn't moved since. That is not also coming today.
I wonder if my voice, what was it, 11 seconds? Huh. I wonder if I can get it to play while what's it?
Yeah.
I'm using my microphone and speaker and everything.
Yeah.
It might work.
Yeah. You know what it is? Ring me back. Or in Laura's case, I sent you a text, ring me back. Do you get that, Paul?
Yep.
When people think
I'm just looking something up here.
no, I'm talking about when people send you a text And then they ring you to tell you they've sent you a text, and they go, "When you've read it, ring me back."
It actually might be important. I think it's might well be from the nurse. I'm not sure.
Jesus Christ,
I'm
Skyfly!
here.
You seen what Skyfly's cat did?
I can't hear it.
Hey, there's Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul,
I'm here.
look in the chat what Skyfly's cat's done. That cat's going in a home.
Yeah, 3 dogs you can have.
Well,
Well,
Johnny was looking for you. He was the first one on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny can look for me. I
Yeah.
was sleeping.
The first
You were
thing you said was,
sleeping?
"Shut up, Joe."
That's why I don't say nothing.
See,
Yep.
Laura's got them all.
Boy, it
worked.
irks me. I got this prima donna's mom, remember? So she don't buy pictures. But yet the pictures they put on the paper that she can post.
I'm just going
and
to
I
drop
take-
off a minute.
She got all over her web.
Okay.
I think this year he's gonna not get as many pictures as he thinks. The good news is that they frown upon the fact if I give him the same pictures of the same people every week. So he may, unless he does something spectacular, he may not get a picture.
Raining out, you goofball.
Yes, it's raining out here too.
Just a minute, I'll be right back. Raining.
Oh, crap in hell.
Stop barking. Stop barking. They want their bacon treats. Yeah, well, here, bacon, 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 bacon. So see it, bacon, 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 bacon. Somebody would take care of me like I take care of these dogs. Aggravating.
So here in the UK, they've in Loughborough. Why is that not?
Stop barking.
Right. That's not what I was after doing. Let me get back to this. No, that one. Right. Here we go. So in Loughborough, in the UK, they decided to raise a railway bridge by 12 inches because they got fed up of all the vehicles hitting it. It's been open 2 days. 2 days. And then this happens.
Somebody hit it.
You have to ask the question how he got the first van underneath it.
Tires will look.
That's when you're having a bad day in the office. That was me bloody cow. Just 12 inches.
Don't think it happens here too.
I'm surprised because normally it's buses that hit them first. Because we have them double-decker buses. And they tend to go around corners and everybody upstairs just suddenly screams as the roof gets taken off.
Where's my question? If y'all know how high these things are, why y'all build double-decker buses? The fence rest.
Well, they're supposed to go the other way. They're not supposed to go under the bridges.
Inertia is a heck of a thing.
Oh, who we got?
I'm Don. You've met me before.
Yeah, I mean the other one. The one with the most hair.
The other one.
This is Vera.
Hey, Vera, she's got a big smile.
And
Yeah.
her's got her big smile with teethers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine always rests.
And her's got a heck of a case of hiccups this morning. A heck of a case of hiccups,
Hi, Dom.
don't you?
Her TJ. Where's TJ?
He doesn't
How
see
Johnny
you.
was here.
How old
Go
is
it.
she?
Stop.
Let me guess. She's.
Born in January, so
I was going to
Oh,
say.
she was born in January. She's
9
just
months.
yeah, into January, so
about 8 months old.
You said 18th. Donald?
8th?
Did you say
You
18th
slobber.
of January?
you slobber bucket.
End of January, you said.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
said
into
18th.
January. They were going to induce her on my birthday, and then they changed the date, and then she came early anyway. Thank you, Taco John's.
End of January is a good time to be born. I was born on the 26th.
It doesn't matter that she was born in January. I still count her as my birthday present. I just opened her a couple days early. I just got my birthday present a couple days early.
Wow, when's your
Yeah,
birthday anyway?
She started this blowing spit bubbles. Just blah, blah. Weird little girl.
It's in
Weird
America.
little girl.
I'll get it.
Weird little girl. Weird little girl. What are we doing today? Do we have any plans for
Our
today?
cockatiels are hissing at the birds on
I don't
Donald's
know.
garden.
What? Do we have plans for the day? What are we gonna do? We can have fun.
Thought you were supposed to be going doing a shoot at 5 o'clock this morning.
No, that's next Saturday.
All right.
Well, now, how long is she gonna? Are they staying at your house? Is that what they're doing?
Yep.
There you go.
They just moved down and they're gonna be staying here until they get their feet underneath of them here. Yeah.
Oh, so that's it now. They're not going back where they were.
No.
Right. Right. I get
They
her all the
permanently
time.
moved- They permanently moved by Grandpa.
I get her all the times. All the times and then some extras. You need to do something about these hiccups. You want some coffee?
Yeah, so that'll
Want
do.
some coffee? You can't have coffee. I can give you coffee. You're not gonna drink it out of here though. I'll have to get you a spoon so we can cool it off.
Just pour it in a saucer.
But yeah, you could have a little coffee. I'll give you a sip. You want a little coffee? Let's go
No,
find a spoon.
Uh-oh.
That's it. Get them addicted to caffeine early.
There you go. It's the beginning of the caffeine rush.
She still got her hiccups.
Here you. Oh, it's Joe. No, no, don't say hi to him.
Oh, but you're happy.
Yeah, you can't exactly just go behind them and go boom.
Joe,
No.
you're
Joe,
muted,
With
buddy.
babies, if you want to scare the hiccups out of babies, you have to do different things to them. You have to be more existential. Like you are on the
What do
road
you
to
got,
a
Joe?
path that will lead
Little
eventually to
chocolate
the grave.
donuts.
Oh, Joe's eating chocolate donuts.
Little
Donald.
chocolate donuts, breakfast of champions.
Yep.
Yep.
one
I
of the
like little
rioters,
chocolate donuts.
one of the rioters in the UK that set fire to the hotel that was shouting at the
No.
police, "I've got a mask on, you don't know who I am," was
What?
identified because he bought a unique mask from a
Yuck.
local store
What do you think?
that was a one and a only kind.
What
Yeah,
do you think?
they caught him on CCTV buying it. Dumbass.
Yeah, he's got her addicted already. She's begging for more coffee.
You want more?
Oh,
Uh,
typo.
Give her more coffee.
Need a little bourbon in there. A
We
little sweet
drink
cocoa.
our coffee black.
Little shot.
More?
There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's got her addicted now.
Oh
boy.
man.
Gotta have our morning coffee.
Yeah. hand it over.
Here, give me that.
I was
Go on,
talking last
go.
night. I'm a grandpa, so I was like, I need to either start eating peppermints or doing something. I need to have some sort or smoking a pipe. A grandpa has to have some distinctive smell that the kids associate with them.
Yeah. Wait till
And my daughter says coffee.
No, go.
yeah.
Wait,
But wait till later on and your daughter's ringing you going, "Why won't she go to sleep?"
Why won't
Does she
you
want
drink
does
this
she want a
bottle of
dog?
milk?
I have 3 she could have.
Yeah, you give her a bottle of milk and she goes, "That's not coffee."
Well, that's the next thing you got to get. Donald is a dog for her right around.
I got 3 dogs for you, Donald. You want them?
You won't get rid of them dogs.
no.
Yeah, Joe's all talk, isn't he?
He
Yeah.
don't need a dog.
TJ.
He don't need a dog.
Hi,
No,
TJ.
There's the cheese.
Yeah, cats are much more fun for kids.
Yeah, but a dog is a longer lasting relationship.
Cats can
No,
Cats can
cats
last a
live
long
longer
time.
than dogs.
Yeah, I
Dogs
know,
are
but
needy.
they're too needy.
you can't have the cup.
So I yelled at him and he went and laid in the chair.
So
No.
it's 1 year ago today that we got Rio. And this morning when I opened his cage and said, "Are you coming out?" He was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, it's my
Almost
birthday.
certain.
I'm having a lion.
Yeah. He literally did not want to get up. All the other birds were out and he was like, "Sod off, I'm sleeping." Which is
Hey,
not
Paul?
like him. He's normally up
Yeah.
at 7.
I sent that picture to the coach, right?
Yeah.
And to his wife, and that's the freshman coach, right? His wife's the basketball coach. He's a basketball coach. So I sent the picture to both of them, but on his wife's. I said, tell him not to keep his day job, not to get rid of his day job.
Is that a cake in his other arm?
No, that's
It's a ball.
school bus in the back.
Yeah, no, it's something in the background, but it looks like he's got a cake
Yeah.
holding up to a cake.
Yeah, but they only have one quarterback they work out. So they use the other quarterback as a receiver. So he throws to some of them and the quarterback throws to some of them. Every year I get some kind of picture to mess with them, you know? Don't give up your day job. Now I got a picture. I thought I was all set to just relax a little bit before the game today. Got a woman wanting to know about her kid, the action shots. If she could sign up. Now I got to go back and look at the game. I got to look for 71.
So you thought you had donuts?
Oh,
Joe?
Nutty Buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Nutty Buddies now, is it?
That's the Nutty
Um,
Buddy.
I'm getting really pissed off with DJI.
71.
Why? What are they doing?
Well, I've managed to download the Assistant 2 onto my laptop now.
All right.
So it says sign in. So I'll put my email address, I put my password in, and then it wants a 4-digit verification code, which is one of them things where it puts four
Yeah.
stupid letters in a stupid background and you've got to try and read it.
Yeah.
And I've tried about 12 times now and it just keeps going back and giving me a new code instead of signing in.
What was this picture?
I've checked the email address, that's right. I've checked the password, that's right. It's getting on my nerves. I mean, I had the same problem on the remote controller was it yesterday? But that went in after about the third or fourth attempt. I keep taking a photograph of this flaming thing on the computer screen and zooming into it on my phone so I can read it, and it still don't want to know.
Something tells me that thermal paste is not going to arrive today. Because out of nowhere, Amazon have sent me a message going, would you like to reschedule this delivery for tomorrow?
Does that mean
Yeah.
they've tried to deliver it today and it's not?
No, it's only just reached dispatch stage. It should have been dispatched hours ago because it's out. It's same day delivery.
That drone was for parcel force 48 hours, well, Royal Mail 48 hours, and it did. It took 48 hours. It arrived exactly half an hour into the 2-hour slot they gave me.
Yeah, does Parcel Force still exist? I've not seen them for years.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it was a standing joke, weren't it, with Parcel Force? They never delivered the package, but managed to post the attempted delivery note for your letterbox.
Hi, kitty cat.
I'm all right. They know me because I've got friends that work at the post office, and I just get a note
Got
through
friends
Roster.
in low places.
Put your parcel in the blue bin, Mark.
And it's bin day.
Well, it was yesterday, so he put it in the black bin because they were emptying the blue and the green yesterday.
Well, I suppose
So,
if you
Mark,
lived in
what
the
you're
area, you know
saying-
the bins.
What you're saying is you got friends at the post office, you got friends in low places, huh?
Yeah. I got
Hey, I got
friends
friends
all over
post
the
office.
place.
Oh, where is it?
Good morning, TJ.
Oh, it's-
Mark, have you ever been in CEX or SEX?
hey, TJ.
Is that CX? Is that City Electrical?
No.
Oh, what's it?
Second,
Cash,
EC
cash exchangers.
Yeah, but I don't know what it stands for, but they call themselves SEX.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of the
here we go.
guys that sold me one of the mouses that they use on the main desk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're made for CEX staff. Well, cool.
Mm.
It's going to improve my gaming.
Shh.
Because with a flick of a finger, you can go from one screen to the other.
Yeah. They're separate from cash generators, aren't they?
Joe,
Yeah.
do you think it's a little foggy down there?
Yeah, you got Cash Generator,
Oh, yeah.
which is going out of business slowly.
Mm.
Yeah, me look outside. I looked outside to see if it was foggy.
You got Cash Converters, they're
Yeah.
dodgy as hell.
Hey, John.
We've
And you've
We've
got
got-
CEX.
We've got one in Manchester and we've got one in Ashton. And I don't know which ones they are. I bought some things from the one in Manchester before now.
Yeah, you get 24-month warranty with CEX.
Yeah, I got me JMO 265 speakers from there.
I don't have this picture.
Certainly demolishing them. Paul.
Kitty cats go.
Now, what the hell's that? Because they've just called me and told me the district nurse can't come today. So it might be.
We agree.
Now you know how I feel. There you go. Now we're talking. Yeah, the mom said, I hope you got his picture yesterday, making the tackle. Yeah, I do. That means I'll write a letter to her real quick, get $150. I agree with you.
Aha.
Yeah, that's marketing 101. Show her the picture and get the 150.
What? You see yourself? You see yourself? Can you see the goofy looking baby with the big old ears? Look at those big old ears. Look at those big old ears. I keep telling her if her ears get any bigger, I'm gonna go find a magic feather for her so she can fly. Big old ears. That makes it look worse, don't it? Yeah.
What's her middle name, Donette?
Should be alright, doesn't it? But yeah, make sure you put it in the fridge, Matt. Because
Elizabeth.
you got flies on it.
I thought maybe they named it after you, Donette.
Nope.
Hey, Don, you know how high school kids are, right? There's a freshman high school boy, and the mom comes out on the field after the game and asks me, she says, how do I pay you? Because I do want the pictures, and I already been taking his pictures, putting them aside. So I knew she was going to do that. Knew she was going to buy it. So she comes out there and everything. She says, yeah, she goes, and she wanted to pick up the fathead. So the fathead's in the office. You can pick it up right there where coach is at. And all this, I'm talking to her. And he comes walking up to the side, and he's avoiding her. I can see it. And she says, that's my son right there. I said, yeah, I see him. I know, like that. And she says, can you take a picture with us real quick? I said, sure. So she goes over there, and she's all smiles. You ought to see his face. Because all his friends are walking around. He's saying, come on, Mom. I don't want to take this picture. Come on, Mom. You know, but I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I took that picture and I stuck it in their package.
In
that
10
was
years,
another
he's going to be wanting that picture.
That's right.
I
10
know.
years to be glad it's there.
I know. That's what somebody told me. One of the moms told me. She says, all I'm gonna tell you is we've looked over the 4 years that you shot our child, and we have over 2,000 pictures. I said, okay. She goes,
Gross.
you don't realize what you do for families.
Gross.
I do realize what I do, you know, because I make sure they have high school pictures, because these are days where, like I said, I was all state. I was the fastest kid on the team. I should have went to college and played football, but I went in the Marine Corps. All of that should have happened. I've got 2 pictures from all my football days, and I've lost one.
You want to go inside?
So it's like,
Yeah. That's what I've been going through when digitizing all these VHSs that we had, and I thought we had gotten rid of video. I thought we didn't have nearly as much video. We ended up having so much more video of the kids when they're little. I was so happy. I didn't I thought we had lost a bunch of it from our son, but it turns out we had a bunch of birthday parties and Christmases with him, and
Yep.
it's like, okay, digitize that, save it.
Yeah, I've got all of that video in the back. And the camera, I could hook the camera directly up to the DVR and record straight to it. So
Yep.
I'm eventually gonna start putting them when I think right after the first year when I don't have the football to worry about, I think I'm gonna just set up a little table over there and start doing them one at a time. Not worrying about doing any editing. I just want to get them back over, you know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Just get them on a disc where it's digitized. You can always bring it over and edit it later.
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I got 11 pictures of this kid yesterday. And this was 11 pictures that I wasn't trying to take a picture of this kid.
You just caught him.
Yeah, because he's in plays or he's standing around with his team. I see when they start doing all the warm-ups, they'll be standing in the line. I'll take a picture across the line to get pictures of them. I want them to have every aspect of the game. I catch them when they walk over to get a drink of water sometimes. You know, they'll be drinking the water and water will be splashing all over the place. They get the picture of them squirting the water in their mouth with water flying everywhere, you know? And I've had parents tell me that's the coolest picture
We're ready for a bottle.
because it's part of their game.
You think? Maybe.
I've got one right now that's on,
You think you're ready
he's
for
not
a
on crutches anymore. He's got a sprained ACL. And he may start playing in a couple of weeks.
Anybody
And I asked
wonder?
the mom if she wanted the money back. She said, no,
Anybody
take
wonder
the
if
picture on the
they're doing?
sideline. So he had about 15 pictures. I was
Really?
looking for him. I got 15 to 20 pictures this last game of him mingling with the kids. That's what she
Here.
wants.
Oh, right, not in the sun. Here, I'll sit you right over here. Not in the sun. That.
What's her name? Jill. I love talking to the freshman moms the most. Because the freshman moms are brand new to the school and is about 90% of them are pretty hot. You know? His name, Barrett.
Yep, I went out and checked on Mia. Guess where she is? Out laying in the dirt again.
Well,
Good place.
And it's a misty rain.
Mm. So she's not laying in dirt so much as she's protecting her dirt from becoming mud.
Yeah. And I went and I took a Kleenex, put them around in her ears, and it came out with all kinds of dirt.
that's dogs
Because-
for you.
She not only just lays down in it, she
That's
rolls
the roll
over
in
and
it.
puts her head down in it, you know?
Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do with dirt.
She doesn't listen to me.
No, because she's got wolf instincts.
Oh, you fucking would, wouldn't you?
You see, and then I'm gonna make it look like I'm doing her a favor because technically the club closed. I won't take any more club members because it's only one game and it's easy to find. I don't have to go back and look at 5 games. I'll tell her the club. I sent her a little thing that says not too late, and it says the club is actually closed, but I can make an exception for you this time, since it's only one game into the season. So now she'll think I'm doing her a favor.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's because that day I was real sick
Yeah.
and I had to, they ended up sending me home since I was early.
All right.
What do you
I
hear?
think it's time to go get to work.
And I'm on.
I've got some edits to do. Somebody's nice in here.
What kind of work you doing there, Don?
Oh, kicking each of the kids. Before I come down here and start winding out my day, I need to set up my audio gear. I need to go record some audio. Mhm.
Okay. See if I can make 150 on that. Got that pulled aside. Well, I did updates yesterday, like you were talking about, Mark. Every controller had an update. And what gets me is I'm tired of I'm actually getting tired of DJI because every update said added features. Every one of them said added features for the DJI Neo. Every one of them. And when I went into each one of them after that, Neo's not even listed on the ones. But it said that update, it was added features for the DJI Neo. Didn't specify a specific controller. The only one I haven't updated was this one I got right now. The Avata. I'm gonna see if the Avata updates in a minute. I
Ignore the
didn't
chat
update
now.
the Air 2S either, but that's not a different controller. So Paul, I got that game tonight, right?
Yeah.
And I am looking at what looks like a tropical storm coming into New Orleans.
Oh, boy.
Now the good news in this is I'm gonna get wet. I've already agreed to that fact. That's not the good news, the bad news. But but I'm looking at the fact that if it rains as hard as they say it's gonna rain, it's a possibility they might cancel this game
Oh,
because the streets around the area are gonna flood.
so it's gonna rain, rain, rain.
Well, if it starts raining early, they may cancel this game. They may move it till tomorrow, you know? Oh, that would be good. Because tomorrow I'm supposed to be going to Baton Rouge for my daughter's surprise 30th birthday party.
What you mean to say is you're looking for an excuse to go out to the birthday party. And
Yeah.
you're gonna-
Oh, you
you're
telling
gonna-
me. I'm hoping that game's moved to tomorrow.
Yeah, you've got a team of people spraying hose pipes in the streets.
Plug up all the drains real quick. Go away. You keep walking, I'm gonna open the door until you get out. I got this other parent. She's got two kids, 250 to cover both of them for the whole year. And she's just hemming and hawing and hemming and hawing. I told her still time to buy it. And I got some good pictures of him already, or one of them.
So how many Neos did you order there, Joe?
Two. I actually did order two.
Yep.
Got one at DGI and one at Crutchfield. Whoever sent it first would be the one I buy.
Well, that's a good
But
thing.
yesterday, my life was made easy. Somebody bought a digital high res. I don't have to worry about it because I set it up the way they can download them. So they bought it, downloaded, don't have to worry about it.
Well, now, when you ordered them, did you order the Flymore combo? Is that?
Well, all they came with. The only way you can get it in the United States, which I think's cheeky, is you can get the 3 batteries, the charging hub, extra props, and the drone for $289.
Okay.
They don't have the RC3 in there, which they're showing at Best Buy, not Best Buy, on B&H says that it's in the box, but it's not in the box. They took it out the box for the United States. Canada has it, and all around the world is getting it, but the United States is not getting it. So you got to buy it separately, $129.
But they have,
And I don't need.
They have it in stock.
No, everything they're saying it's going to be shipped October 6th.
Good morning, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
It's in stock in Canada though. Best Buys in Canada have them.
Yeah.
I just thought about something. My son is in Waterton, New York. Might have him run across the border, grab me one and ship it to me.
There you go.
because he's within spitting distance.
Well, in 3 minutes, I'm gonna call the Sarnia Best Buy and find out if they have it.
Why are you worried about it? You buying one or something?
I'm thinking about it. You know, the more reviews you watch, it really is an intriguing little drone.
It is an interesting drone. I don't know if I would have a use for it. I can see where some people would have a use for it. But Paul,
have a
what you
use
do,
for
I
it.
don't know. I don't know how it would fit into what you do.
Yeah, I don't think it, unless you're flying around your house, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if I was at a special event or something like that, or I could see where, but it would be just fun to fly it and get used to the new AI, which I think is what they're gonna, what we're going, the future is gonna be in drones is gonna have a lot of AI stuff.
And it kind of they already do, for the most part.
Well, the thing of it is if you watch some of those videos, which I'm sure you have,
Yeah.
Justin, is that it watches you and you can walk around and everything else, and if you want it to come back to you, you just hold your palm up in the air and it flies back to you and then comes down and lands in your hand.
But you gotta have, it doesn't fly back to you automatically.
No.
You gotta go over to it and put your palm on it. It's not
Yeah, you
gonna
don't just
fly
hold
back
your hand
with
out and it
palm.
flies back to you like a dog. You have to.
How to do that?
It'll come back to close proximity, and you have to walk towards it and put your hand under it, and then it'll land.
Okay, because one guy showed a video and it did just the opposite. It flew back, put his hand up, it saw it, and it
Right.
flew back to him and came down and landed in his hand.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think that may have been a deceptive editing because I haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
I don't think that, I haven't seen that.
I
saw
think
where
it may
Billy
have been
Kyle-
returning from a droney. He may have done a droney and it was returning already, and he put his
Yeah.
hand out and it looked like it was returning because of it. I don't know. Do you have a link to
I
that video
saw-
or?
I saw where
do
Billy
you know-
Kyle had to tell him the battery was low and it was returning to home, and it was out in the middle of the street and it stopped and it said landing, and the Amazon truck almost run over.
Yeah, he saw him grab
He
a
ran out in the street. That would have been priceless.
Well, you definitely want care refresh on it, right?
Yeah, Carry Fresh is
mean-
$39 for 2 years.
Yeah, it was 22 for 1 year or
39 for
39
2
for 2. So you saved a few dollars if you went the 2 year. You got like $5, I think, knocked off or something.
That was on Johnny's last night. I think it was Jerry. That he got it up in Canada, and he only got 1 year to Care Refresh. Well, for $39, that spend extra $17, whatever it was, to get an extra year. Because then, if you don't use it, you can get another year for what, $20, $22.
Yeah. Yeah, half these guys in the community ain't gonna keep it more than a year anyway. They're just buying it because it's new.
Yeah.
Then when the next new one comes out, they'll sell what they have and
Product
buy that one.
availability.
And that is the thing, Justin, is I look at things, I see
I think
just
it's
how
stupid.
amazing these 5-7-year-old drones still are. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, no doubt.
those are still just
I don't
pieces
have
of
it.
magic to me. I mean,
And like I said, that's what annoys the living shit out of me when people ask a drone channel, what drone would you recommend? And they always go with the newest, most expensive one instead of asking them, what's your budget? And then I'll give
what are
you
you
an
going to use
answer.
it for?
Yeah, and it's
First
one of
question
the
is, what are you going to use
biggest.
it for?
Well, and the biggest thing too is what is your budget? Because if you can't afford
Oh, yeah.
$3,000, then I'm not going to recommend a Mavic 3 to you. You know. Like if you got a $500 budget, you're going to be in the mini category and
No, and
probably
if you
the
ask
one
me
or
to say,
two.
hey, what are you going to use it for? Say, I want to fly and take pictures of stuff. Okay, then you're a beginner. Grab a mini. You don't even
Right.
need to get the mini 4. You don't need to get the latest mini. You just need to get a mini. I would always recommend probably going a generation back. Just get the deal. I would buy new, old stock.
Sean said you need to go to the drone. It won't come to you. Those videos are fake. So apparently he's seen them as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But they could have been doing like Donald said. Maybe it was in the middle of doing a actual
Return from a drone, yeah.
Yeah, and then they just made it look like that's what it was doing. Yeah, people clickbait the shit out of stuff. What's up,
I
Laura?
don't clickbait anything.
Dang, I need to do
Yo,
something with my
TJ.
hair. It's just out of
Uh-huh.
control this morning, isn't it? I just not caught a glimpse
TJ
of myself in the
clickbaits
camera.
everything. To the gallery. Yes.
The last video I watched of TJ's was when he was going to do an unboxing of the Avata, and it cut out about 40 seconds in, and then it just ended. He was like, all right, guys, we're going to unbox the
Yep, that's kind
Avata.
of funny.
And then he starts going through it, and then it just ends because he accidentally uploaded it as a short. It only gave him 1 minute of video.
I could always take that little bitty box I got of the Avata single and say unboxing of the Neo and do it backwards where you don't see it, or take a picture of the Neo and put it on the front and then get to the point where I'm unboxing it and end the video. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be clickbait. I get a few people, man.
Okay, sure.
Hey, Sean.
Oh yeah, and then there's a lot of people that buy the latest drone, and then it's, oh, let's forget about the old ones, how good they were.
There we go. That's better.
See, David's parked in the middle of a highway, not unusual.
Where is this at? That's in what you call golden medal. It's raining so bad here across the lake that they got the storm tracker SUVs out.
You know what would be the ultimate adrenaline rush? Put Laura and David behind the wheel of a car in the middle of LA traffic.
I'm not really sure that would be a rush. It'd be more like a traffic jam, maybe.
No, I'm not talking about on the freeways. I'm talking about there's parts of LA that are super busy, but they're not always at a standstill like that.
Oh yeah, but it would become at a standstill, I'm guessing, with them because they would start arguing over which. Shut it! Wait, who would be behind the wheel, or would they each have a car?
They would each have a turn behind the wheel, because I don't think either one of them have ever actually driven a vehicle. David might have at some point when he was younger, but Laura I don't think has ever drove. It's not as well. We all know it's not as common over there for people to buy vehicles.
Well, no,
They're
not
more like-
with a public transit system
they're
that's
more-
really good, and they're the size of one of our states.
Yeah, they're really much more like people from New York.
I would love for Missouri to have a public transit system that could get me to different parts of the state.
Oh yeah, that's almost non-existent now. Most states.
But then again, maybe I wouldn't. I do think we need to. Well, I think railway travel. Maybe it's archaic and some people don't like it, but
Well, people from Britain remind me of people from New York because I've
Well-
met people from New York City
Mhm.
that
and everything's there.
had moved when they were like in their 40s. They finally moved out of the city and left. First time ever really being out of the state.
And realize how big the
And-
world is.
And they didn't even never had a license.
Uh-huh.
Never been behind the wheel of a car. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
Like,
and
I
everything
understand
is
why, but it's just crazy. to think
yeah.
about.
You live in a larger area like or a built-up area like that, and it's like okay, well, you can take public transit until you need to get off that to go a certain distance, and then you can just Uber or something. You can, but
Right.
yeah, out
just
here in the
crazy
Midwest,
that-
when you drive,
Yeah, you gotta go. You ain't taking a damn city bus.
if you gotta get it and drive for 20 minutes to get to the Lowe's, and that's a short drive.
Now, see, we were lucky when I was growing up, as far as in California, out in the desert area where I lived, it was only about 10 or 15,000 people, and they were spread out in the town I lived in. And it was really spread out. And the nearest city was 20 miles away, which would have been Barstow.
Mhm.
And they actually had a bus. It was called Dial a Ride. And you only paid $1.25.
We got them over
and
here.
you could call them, and then they would schedule you for you to be picked up at a certain time.
Yeah,
So
we got
you-
down a ride over here.
Yeah, I think I read about it. It's like a double decker. They serve you. Wait, no, that was the night bus from Harry Potter. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, we have night buses. No, we have night buses here as well.
But they don't. They don't have full rooms, basically magical rooms, and
No, they have a night bus. So if you come out the nightclub and you're completely K-line and you're not going to make it home, you
Yep.
can actually go and sleep on the night bus.
yep.
Keep it off.
I actually think that would be a cool idea would be to have a double decker bus where the top's all set up as a dining room. You got a kitchen.
We
and shit
got
at the
them over
bottom.
here as well.
Oh, that'd be cool as shit. You just have it's
We
called
got-
dinner on the road or something. You call it.
Yeah, but we have double decker buses that have been converted into Costa coffee shops, and they come out to your workplace.
No. I'm just saying. I want one like dinner on the road, and you find a nice calm area that you could do a nice slow
But
kind of
it's been
drive
done.
through.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that'd
wouldn't
be
want to
cool.
eat with an open top.
Well, you have it where you could adjust it for if it's really nice out. I think
No,
the open top
even
would be
still,
kinda
if you're
cool.
driving, you're talking about driving and eating it while you're riding down the road. It'd be windy as hell.
Not if you set it up right. You had the right type of.
Well, we have open
Right,
top
yeah, 'cause
buses
you
that still have half front.
Well, I'm
Half
saying
top.
you could have big bay windows all on the side and just have the top open.
Mhm.
And if you did it correctly, you could have that wind funnel right over the top of it.
You're thinking kind of like an excursion bus, kind of like we do the excursion trains, where you we're gonna do one in October, out of Branson, Missouri, down in through the Ozarks, where you go out, you have dinner, and then you come back, and it's just a out and back
Got
train
them as
trip.
well.
I think that would be kind of a cool thing, but just an idea in my head.
But it's a bit like Southport, you know, when they kept saying the Simpsons did it, Simpsons did it. I'm sorry, Justin, on this occasion, the British have done it, the British have done it.
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
you have. I'm just saying it'd be cool to have something like that over here, though. I think that would be a cool.
If you can
experience.
get the funding, the money, you can buy double-decker buses. The bus companies will sell you a double-decker bus and you strip it out, do what you want with it. I'm not sure what it'll cost to ship it to America.
There
Oh,
are
we got double
some-
decker buses here.
I've seen them before. I've actually seen a few people that made homes out of them.
Oh, that is very
On
common as
YouTube.
well.
On YouTube, there was a couple of American families that I've seen you do YouTube videos where they made homes out of double decker buses. They're permanently parked. And then there was one guy that actually made a food truck out of one, and it was kind of the top was where they cooked everything, and in the bottom they had like a little dining room, but it didn't move. It was the wheels were taken off, and it was permanently up on blocks.
Oh, he's frowned.
And then
Taking the wheels off over here on the double-decker bus is frowned upon.
Well, it wasn't
Gotta
meant
be
to be
movable.
moved. They had a nice like deck built around the outside of it
It's,
and everything.
it's kind of like
It was
people
really
who
nice.
who bought up the old cabooses once cabooses got out of style. Once they didn't need to have engineer in the back of the train anymore.
Yeah.
They were retiring all these old cabooses, and people started buying those up and
Yeah. One of my friend's grandma's
set up a little piece of track about 30 foot long and put a caboose on it.
Yeah, one of my friend's grandmas out in California, Newberry, had one that was set up like a house.
Mhm.
It wasn't on a piece of track, but it was sitting on the ground level.
There's
They
there's
had
one here
leveled
in
it.
town that somebody did up as a house. But
You know the old cabins you get on the ships, shipping containers.
mhm.
A lot of people are converting them into houses over here.
Uh-huh. We've got a what is it, a little drink stop. I don't know what they serve because I've never been there, but there's two shipping containers. They put one here and then one up above, I think, for storage going across. It's really weird looking, but yeah, they set it up as a little drive-through shop.
Well, you gotta think too, man. That's actually not a bad way to go, especially if you're in a kind of I guess like I bet if I built like a really high, like a really big base with the shipping containers here,
Mhm.
it probably would hold up better through a hurricane than a house would.
Preppers were buying those up several years ago. They probably still are, and they would half bury them and use
Yep.
them as bunkers for
Yeah.
when the world ended.
But like if like I said, if I was to get like 4 or 5 big ones and make a huge base and make a house out of it,
Mhm.
it probably would hold up better in a hurricane than a damn house.
Probably.
Because it's
Oh,
all
yeah, 'cause
steel
you-
walls and shit.
Yeah, but you also got them bits on the bottom that you can bolt them down. You know where they bolt them to the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my dad had a couple shipping containers we used as storage units on his property. And I'll tell you what, those walls were strong, really thick metal.
Talking about shipping containers, there's one in front of me.
Okay. See if I have my email here. That shows up. Good.
Yeah, you do that. You put some like, get like 5 or 6 shipping containers, make a nice big house, and then you put the same kind of windows that like a cruise ship or something would use. You know, the real ones that can take really high impacts from water and shit. You put those as your windows. Oh yeah, that would be perfect through a hurricane.
Tell you what, though, they're freaking hard to cut.
Yeah. Well, that would all be customized. Everything would have to be customized if you were doing that.
Oh yeah.
It'd be a lot of money, yeah, but it would be a cool idea to do.
It probably won't be as much money as you think. Cutting it's a bit of a twat, and sealing them together to make sure they're watertight.
Well, I wouldn't do it myself.
Well,
I'd have to
apart
have
from
a
that-
company. I would have a company come in and do it professionally if I had the money to do something like that.
Why?
They're
Why would you spend all that money?
Well, if I had the money to begin with, it wouldn't be an issue. So,
Well, shipping containers aren't that expensive as far if you compare it to buying a house.
well, no, but I'm saying I would be building it like a fortress, almost like is my idea in my head. Like I would want it built like I would have.
Oh,
a
and it needs to stand up to like roving bands of Fortnite players.
Yeah, there you go.
He's going to build it
Zombies.
like a good old British castle.
Well, I'm thinking from like a hurricane standpoint, I would want to build it like a really heavy duty fortress, almost like that. If it was in a category 5, I wouldn't have to worry about, the roof getting ripped off or something like that, It would
Yeah,
just,
big sign set on the top saying America.
because you got to think 4 or 5 of those all welded together in one big frame. and then you bolt that down on a really good cement slab or even anchor it into the ground. You know, you have a company come in and put anchors on. Yeah, that thing ain't gonna go anywhere.
Thanks,
And if
Sean, for the
something-
clarification.
And anything smacking the walls, you'd be more likely it wouldn't come through the walls, and it'd be a lot stronger than brick for sure.
If you put 6 of them together on the ground floor and then cut a hole in one of them and put stairs up and put 6 on top of them, you've got a nice little house there.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Because my dad, when he bought those two, I think he only paid like a couple grand for each one that he bought. Wasn't
Yeah,
that
not
much,
that
yeah.
much.
And that was including them bringing them to his house and dropping them. Like that was included in the price of it.
Well, Justin, you won't have to check your messages anymore. The computer
You got rid
finally
of the
gave out
Facebook?
this- No,
Uh,
the computer finally gave out this morning.
oh, it's done, huh?
It went. Goodbye.
Yeah, we're trying to hustle up some money for.
The computer said, shut up, Laura.
All Laura's parts are still technically under warranty anyway, so
Yeah,
she should be okay.
like I said, we sent the graphics card back. I'll wait for the refund on that. The only problem is the prices have gone up, so we have to find more money for that.
Yeah, because all Amazon's going to do is they're going to send it back to Nvidia and get a replacement for their inventory. I
Yeah, they'll
guarantee
get a
that's what they're-
replacement and sell it again at a
Yeah.
higher fucking price.
That's
Bastard.
all they're going to do. That's why Nvidia said to go through them, because they're just going to end up going right to the Amazon will go to them directly and return it as under warranty.
Yeah, she's we've got the Vega graphics working off her on the motherboard. But she loaded Fortnite up in basic, and oh my god, it was so funny. It was just like a pair of legs running around because you couldn't cope with the graphics.
Which is
I'll be back in
surprising
a few
because
minutes, guys.
I have seen a few
All right,
people.
catch you in a bit, Bob.
I have seen a few people with computers that didn't have the graphics card in them and were just using the onboard graphics, and it worked fine with theirs.
Laura's didn't.
I'm surprised they couldn't run it because they've kind of designed Fortnite to where it can be ran by devices that don't have a lot of.
Considering she's got Vega 8 graphics as well, it should have done it.
You guys, I'm assuming you guys adjusted the graphic settings in the game and everything.
Yeah,
Take
she
them
took it all down to minimum. And like I said, it was just a pair of legs running around.
Oh wow!
So y'all realize what just went on, right?
What?
He called Best Buy. He's on his way to go get a Neo.
Who?
Paul.
Yeah.
He said he was calling. He said, thanks for the clarification. He said, I'll be back, guys. So he's probably on his way to go get one. I'm assuming, but
Well, who wants to buy it here in about 2 weeks when he gets frustrated and can't figure out?
oh
how to
shoot,
fly
I
it?
might be able to get it in 2 weeks for $200. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Shoot, he might just send it for the shipping.
Yeah, I was on the phone to the doctors, and I was sat watching my screen while talking to the doctors that have finally convinced them I am a male.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I'd go in there and convince him.
yeah, while I was sat there watching, I saw this car come. It just landed in front of me, did a 360 turn, and then sped off down the road. I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" I wish I was
Fuck.
recording it.
Well, all you gotta do to prove it is just walk in there and flop it out on their desk.
That's what I would do. I'd say, hey, what does this look like? Does it look like a male or a female?
No, I said to Laura, I went, if you want me to be a female, I'm going to stick on false nails and get some heels and just pop in there.
This is what a
then
vagina
when-
looks like.
Yeah, and then when they go, yeah, we need you to get undressed, they'll be like, what the fuck's that? Fucking assholes.
start referring to it as a vagina when you go to your doctors.
Mhm. Johnny.
Or what did Matt call it? A vagina?
Uh,
I told him, I said I had to go in there and fix the
Netflix
caption.
will buy work.
So it said vagina. I said, because you clearly said vagina.
Yeah, I've bought some thermal paste as well for Laura's computer to reset her liquid cooler.
Oh, I watched an interesting video that Jay Two Cents put out last night about the debate over where your cooler should be placed. And so he ran the test that if you place it in the top of the case, it was like a 2 to 3 degrees Celsius cooler. But when he went over the final thing, he was like, it really don't matter where you put it. He goes, but technically, if you go by his tests, the being on the top would be better, because I just found it interesting. I was kind of curious what his thoughts are on it.
Laura's cooler won't sit at the top for some reason. Doesn't fit in.
See, mine barely fit. Like, so where my RAM sticks out on the motherboard, I have like probably less than a quarter of inch. I mean, I can't even put my finger through the gap.
No, Laura can't even fit in. It literally just hits the back fan.
Oh yeah, mine barely fit. It just, like I said, and the only thing that it was almost hitting was the RAM. It's got like a quarter inch between the RAM and the fan. It just had barely enough room.
Here's an interesting thing though. Justin, it's all your fault. When she had that old computer, all them parts, even though she'd spilt bloody Pepsi in there and everything, it was playing Fortnite fine. Then you started convincing us to get a new parts and do this and do that. Now look.
I'm blaming on them too.
I think I missed my calling. I should have been a politician.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm getting ready to take this NVIDIA off of mine.
I've taken all that NVIDIA software off. It was fucking causing no end of problems.
What it's doing is slowing mine down. Actually, when I play a video, the music delay is about a second before it starts playing when it's switching around. You know.
Yeah, just.
What NVIDIA program are you talking about?
That's the NVIDIA broadcast. The NVIDIA broadcast works, but the other one I did the performance thing.
You're talking about the
performance
GeForce
thing.
Yeah, all that AI shit.
No, he doesn't have all that on his.
No, I just have the app, the NVIDIA app on it, and
the GeForce. But that's what updates your drivers.
You need that anyway. You do need the NVIDIA GeForce. It's all the extra little things, but the best.
I don't have the GeForce on mine.
No, the best thing to do, Joel, is to download the DUU file, completely remove your graphics card, not remove it, but the software, and then re-download the NVIDIA GeForce and let it do a full fresh install of your graphics card.
Yeah, I don't have the GeForce on.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
That was the one you got the broadcaster through. Remember? I helped you set it up.
But it says GeForce. Okay, GeForce Now is different.
Yeah, that's the one that does all your drivers and everything for your graphics card.
Yeah, I don't have that thing. Mine says Git, doesn't have it open.
Because they have updates like every month, sometimes twice a month for drivers.
So if I say Git, I guess it's not working, not on.
Because that one, I mean, I guess you don't really have to have it, but I guess it would be good to download it once in a while and let it do the updates, and then you can take it back off again. I mean, but which isn't hard to do. I mean,
The
you just
only
send it to
one, the
Solid.
only thing you should have is the NVIDIA GeForce. Leave the rest of it alone.
Yeah, I got
See,
the studio
It's not
driver.
ready.
That's what I have.
Too much of it's in beta testing.
Oh, that's
I
why I
have-
said you could try the game ready drivers and see if those work better for you.
Yeah, I have the studio driver on mine. That's what I have.
Yeah, because when we set it up, I remember we set it up for studio because you're doing editing and stuff. But maybe the game drivers might work better for you because you can put those on instead.
Now, do you have to take the studio driver off, or will it
No,
automatically?
it will automatically do it itself. It will remove those and then add the
When
game
you-
drivers.
When you install the new
So-
driver, it will ask you, do you want to do a clean install? Always tick that box and do a clean install.
See, like right here, you can go over to drivers. And then you
Yeah.
can go right here and you can switch them. So you're on studio drivers, you could click game ready drivers, then you just hit download. And it will,
Okay,
it
so
will
I'm
remove.
putting the Get GeForce now, and it's downloading. It says transfer any device to power or gaming rig. And it says GeForce now. Because I think the studio driver hangs up. That's what I think it's doing. Because I
Yeah,
noticed
yeah,
when I'm
but-
doing videos, it seems like it's jumping.
It could be possible. The game ready drivers might work better for you.
Yeah. But I think as well, there was a lot of problems with the last drivers they released.
I mean, it's always a
Yeah.
possibility that could be an issue.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say agree and continue. So if I get knocked off of here when it's installing for some reason,
No,
Your
all
screens
that will
might
happen,
shut off
your screen will
for a
flicker,
second.
go off, and then it'll come back on.
Yeah, you
Don't
should be all right
panic,
then.
don't reset anything, just let it come back on.
yeah. And mine says get in, game on. So just hit get in, I guess, huh? Yeah.
It's like everything. When it's in beta testing, you have to accept that they're going to do a little fucking update and crash it up.
You downloaded GeForce now? Is it one?
Yeah.
I think that's for games only. Hold on, let me double check that.
No, it's not. You can change it. Studio, gaming, or something else, high performance or something.
It says for any device supports 2,000 plus games. It says games.
Yeah, that's for gaming only. That has nothing to do with the drivers. That's what I was gonna say. I remember that NVIDIA, but I don't use that one. You should have a shortcut already on your desktop for it.
Yeah, all I got on mine is NVIDIA and NVIDIA Broadcast.
Okay, so it should just be the NVIDIA one.
Yeah.
The one that just says NVIDIA. You
Yeah,
click
that's what
on
I
it.
got. Okay,
Okay, hold on. Let me pull.
Which
share my
Windows are
screen.
you using, Joe?
11 Pro.
Does it look like this here?
Hold on. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, you go over to drivers, go up here to the top right corner, and you can switch it from studio to game ready. And when you click game ready, you just hit the install and it will remove the old ones and add the new ones on.
that's okay. I see it. Got it.
You can
Yeah,
try
that's
those
studio.
and
I'm
see
good
if
in-
they work better.
I'm doing game ready now. Yeah,
See
it's
if that
doing it.
helps enough.
Yeah, because I
Right.
noticed that when I'm doing the videos, when it's playing back the videos, I'm getting a little jump in it.
What
Not much,
graphics
but
card-
just a little.
graphics card you got, Justin?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got a 4060.
We got a 3070.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that might be part of the problem.
The
Yeah,
3070
I
or
don't-
the
A lot of the
40.
AI stuff they're recommending for the 40s.
But he doesn't have any of the AI stuff on his. He literally
No,
just
but
has the
that app
G-
you've got there is the app that Nvidia told me to take off and go back to the GeForce.
I haven't had any issues with it, but yeah, I
Well,
got
I'll
a
find out in a minute.
Yeah, but like I said, you're on the 40 series. That's what they
But
told me.
we
to get
could-
for the 40 series.
We could always undownload that one and re-download the old version if you want to.
Yeah.
We could try that if there's still that issue. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it says install.
Because you can't even-
Install.
You can't even download that newer version that I have unless you download the old one first. Then you have to go through that in order to download it. They don't actually have a download for that newer version. You have to go through the older one in order to get it. What's up, TJ?
TJ, where's he at? Is he here on his pen?
Whoops. That was not the right way to go. What are you guys doing?
So is it all done
Right
installed?
No, it's telling me I gotta do a pass key. I don't have a pass key.
ASCII.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
saying something went wrong. Saying that I need to sign in what account. And I told it what account it was. It's telling me try another way. Let's try another way.
Oh, did it send you a code to your email?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will have
Oh,
done.
it might have.
That's probably what it was. Yeah, NVIDIA
No, it
does that
didn't.
sometimes.
It
Yeah,
didn't
that's
do it.
another thing that Nvidia have brought in that pisses me off. Every time you want to do
No.
something, gotta get a passkey. You're just graphic drivers. No one's going to be using you to fucking do anything else. You're right,
Yeah, I
back.
could show.
Gotta go get the iPad. Actually, the screens are blanking.
Yeah, it's because it's doing the install for the drivers.
Well, it's doing it, so it didn't tell me to check my device. So installation is finished. That was quick.
And you could try, I mean, I guess doing it on the, while you're on a live stream. I don't know if that's gonna affect your editing program. You might be better off testing it off the live stream. Like when you have nothing else running, like what you would normally be doing when you're by yourself. You usually don't edit while you're on the live stream, do you?
I do sometimes.
Well, okay. Well, if it works while you're live streaming, I guess you could test it and see. Like I said, if not, we can do a quick uninstall of that and put the old version back on.
I gotta go press something on my iPad. Hold on a minute.
Shut up, Justin.
Oh, Lord.
That's what's fine.
I said Justin, not Joe.
He just heard your voice and got PTSD.
Little llama Laura, little llama Laura.
Hi, Donald.
Hello.
That's all I argued with him.
Hello, love.
Then she went through all of them.
You know, I used to like the way Laura said my name, Donald, but as time goes on, it just starts grating.
What's that one?
Yeah, I heard your voice.
Donald's
That was enough.
50% off a McDonald's one.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Where did I leave my phone?
Up your.
Where's your phone?
Oh, you're gonna want to do them again today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go see.
We told Justin that for the pink.
Yes. You went, woohoo!
I still play on the Xbox.
Oh. I'm gonna put light on.
I gotta get Google to start texting my phone and not my iPad. And I've gone through everything. I can't find out how to change it. Aggravates the hell out of me.
Good.
Right, where's McDonald now?
Just try another way, and I try another way, and it don't. Okay, one good sign is that when I pressed the button, the music didn't pause in the
You're
beginning.
not using the McDonald's app.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it may be an issue with their studio drivers then.
I've got to go up early.
You got a porridge.
Maybe the game ready drivers are just a little bit more
Yeah, I'm
because
looking
they're
at the edited. I've got one of them in the thing that I've edited already. And that's what
Well,
I said. I usually see a little lag.
well,
I don't
that's the
see the
thing
lag.
too, is those game ready drivers might be a little bit better just because at the end of the day, they're designed to be running really high end graphic type games, you know. So
And
maybe
now let me
they,
play
maybe they'll work better.
let's go back and play one of my videos, because every time I click on one of my videos, it comes on and it's about a second before the music starts.
Like I said, worst case scenario, we could still get rid of it and fix it. Go back to your old version.
Got that one.
That might be it. Because as soon as my video shows, the music starts now.
Okay, good. That means that those studio drivers are just crap. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I'm looking at one. I'm looking at one of them now. It don't look like it's lagging any. Don't look like I'm not getting that stutter.
Some stickers missing.
that's good though.
Yeah, I'm not getting that stutter anymore. It was like a little stutter in it. Yeah, that's good.
Just let me know either way if you want to take it back if it does doing it, and I can help you get back to the old version. It's not really hard. It'll take like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll tell you one other thing it's done too. Is when I'm playing my sound, right?
Uh-huh.
The sound bar on the computer, no matter what I did, never changed. It wouldn't change. Like if I went to 13 to 30, there was no sound difference. But I'd have to go on the video and change it. And I can get it to change. Now my sound bar is working better. Now my sound bar works like it's supposed to.
Okay.
So it had to have something to do with the studio driver.
Yep, they just weren't, I guess,
Had
as
to be.
good as the game drivers. And like I said, the game drivers are designed for really high graphics intense type games too. So
Yeah, this is working a lot better.
it might
Because
actually,
now it looks normal.
yeah, it might actually be more compatible with your editing shit that you're trying to render in a higher resolution and all that.
Well, the other thing is when you came into that the NVIDIA that first screen, the video screen.
Uh-huh.
Let me see what it says now.
Cameras.
Yeah, it shows Adobe Lightroom Classic, DaVinci Resolve in the library, but it doesn't show Wondershare. And that's what doesn't make sense to me either. It doesn't show Filmora on it, but if you that little deal it goes through, you know, the little ticker they got.
Uh-huh.
On the ticker they got, let me see if I can get to it, see if it's still here.
Talking about the optimization button?
No. The little ticker on top shows you all the new stuff coming. They were talking about how Wondershare Filmora is now attached to GeForce and all of this stuff that and it's not showing on my system. You know, meaning it's not showing my library.
Did it say upcoming though? Because most of those advertisements you'll see on GeForce are usually up. Those are usually upcoming, what they're going to be doing here in the near future. So they probably
I thought it had said that it was already available.
I mean, you could try Google and see, but I know most of those are kind of advertisements of what's coming
And
to
it
their
is.
programs.
Yeah,
No,
but it's working, Bill.
Oh, oh, we got that one.
That's all it counts. Yeah, I got a lot more volume on it now too. Like I said, it was stopping me from adjusting my sound, except with the videos.
So when you start, I'd already has that one on.
Because it had to be the driver. The driver was probably running everything and doing what it wanted to do.
Right.
But that other driver, I can see the difference, because the biggest difference I can see right off the bat is I don't see that little jitter. And as soon as I press on my YouTube, on one of my videos, right, the sound is immediate. Whereas the sound wasn't immediate before. It took a half a second, then went on.
Right, you're having some latency with the music.
No, you don't. No.
What do you reckon?
Good, at least it's working now, so. Like I said,
What kind of
worst case
sandwich you got there?
scenario, like I said, worst case scenario, if it does do it again, just let me know and I can easily walk you through it. It'll take 5 minutes. And we can delete that newer program and we'll put you back on the old one. If it does it again, we'll do that. We can do that.
Ooh, right.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know.
But
I
I'm
think we're good.
almost positive that if you're on a live stream, as much resources as Zoom uses,
Yeah.
and you're doing that now and it's working fine, I don't think you'll have an issue when you're offline and you're just.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have an issue.
So,
What? Yeah.
But,
Joe,
Burrito,
this is a Tim Hortons farmer's wrap.
I thought you were taking off to go get a Neo.
he went to go get breakfast.
He went and got the breakfast after he got the Neo.
Yeah, I was about to say, or that. As a celebration breakfast to himself. To eat all that buyer's remorse away.
When I called them, they said they didn't have any in Canada, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, they had them in Canada.
You
You
didn't say you're in the UK, didn't you?
Might have been certain stores,
In
maybe.
the US.
Or they did have one or two and they sold out already.
Yeah, I think it was Jerry Bauer last night. It was on Johnny's show. He got one, and when he called up, they had only got two, and sold one online.
Yeah, it was the same one as when you bought the Avata too, remember? All of them only
Yeah.
had two of them in stock.
Well,
That
he
was
only
all
had
they-
one when I got there. Yeah, I think he said there were three that came in, and the two had sold already.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Walmart doesn't sell the latest drones. I mean, they really need to rescale their electronics department. I mean, I've said that for a long time. They just now started, some locations started selling these parts finally. I watched Toasty Brothers go into a Walmart up where they're at, and they were able to buy a whole entire all the parts they needed to build a PC. They were able to build one out of Walmart, which you would never have been able to do before, unless you went on the website and bought all the shit.
I tell you what,
Walmart's
I
a
am
corner
actually
nice.
thinking about canceling this membership to Costco.
Why?
I put DJI into Costco just now, and it says no results. If you go to everything on their site, it gives you all kind of crazy crap. You can't find pricing and everything. It's their website's just completely opposite of what Sam's or Walmart would be. They don't want to give you a price, show you what it is. There's some things they'll do, you know. It's so aggravating.
Oh, they have that high end attitude, huh? You don't.
Oh, they're a bunch
You
of
need to
bitches.
ask
That's
the
what they are.
price. You can't afford it. That's
Yeah, and I
like-
tell them, they say, where are you located? I told them, make my store Covington. Every time I go on, it puts me back in New Orleans.
Sir, this is a Costco. You might be more comfortable down at the Sam's.
Sam's.
Yeah. So you got to wear a jacket. They got to give you a jacket before you come in.
I'm gonna go in there and say, I want my money back, bitches.
Sir, this is a tie and jacket establishment. Why don't you go stand out in front of the Walmart?
So I told you I can't use that gift card they gave me to Keith Young Steakhouse until I either rent a car or have somebody pick it up for me. I can't drive in the parking lot. They think I'm delivering something. They tell me to go around back.
Dude, that's how I felt when we went to Roost Chris a couple of years in a row when that doctor threw the big Christmas party for everybody. And dude, we were pulling up in there in a pretty new vehicle, but it just, you felt like garbage pulling up in there with a Chrysler 200 and nothing but
All right.
fucking Ferraris and fucking Lamborghinis and shit in the parking lot.
Tell you a funny story. When I worked for Common Point Mortgage, okay, this was way back when we had the two kids were like two and a half, and like actually about 3 and 1. I think they were 3 and 1. It was Nick and Brittany, and I got mad at the gas company at the apartments because we weren't using any gas, and they were charging me a $5 a month service fee.
How do you find it?
And I said, why? They said, well, we've got to charge you a service fee. I said, well, cut it off. They said, you can't cut it off. If you cut it off, you have to repurge your lines and make sure there's no leakages. You got to leave it on. And I said, well, I want it cut off. So they cut it off on me, right? So then when we had to turn it back on for the winter time, they came out and they said, we got to purge the lines, make sure there's nothing wrong. So they purged the lines and they said, we're not getting pressure. There's a leak somewhere. I said, well, there had to be a leak somewhere before. Like that. I said, if you can't get it now, what's the difference? So they said, well, you're going to have to get the apartment complex to come out and do it. The apartment complex said, well, you're going to have to pay for it because you turned it off. I said, where's that in my lease? So we had a big argument about it. So I went and bought space heaters and used space heaters in the house, right? And it was a cold winter. Let's put it to you that way.
No.
And it was real cold. And we had a big Christmas party Common Point was doing at one of the hotels in the lobby. And they said, it knows it's going to be drinking. If anybody wants a room, we'll go ahead and pay for a room, right? And the big joke was that my wife and I got the room so that my kids and I could get upstairs in the heat, so we could have a warm night, in the room. And I'll tell you what, that we cranked that heat up. But we used to, at nighttime, bring all of them into the room in the back, because during the day it was fine, but at nighttime overnight, I'd have to put the space heater in the room and close the door. That's how cold it got in the place. I was so glad when we moved, but they would not. They told me it was going to cost me $300 for them to purge the line. I said, y'all crazy. I said, I'll just move out and then y'all have to do it for somebody else. It's not my house. It's your apartment. It shouldn't have a leak in it. If it's a leak in it, it's your fault.
See Joe up in the hotel room doing the Captain Morgan stance naked, talking about this is what royalty feels like.
Shoot, my ex right now tried to get frisky up in there, and she says, "Oh hell no! This is the first warm night I've had in months. I want to be left alone."
You should have said I'm warming you up.
And she said, "You
Electronics.
go get frisky over there in the corner if you want to go get frisky."
Which of these 6 options are you calling from? Existing order,
Yeah, it got cold a couple of nights at that house.
tech support and repair.
Buying an item.
I didn't catch that. For help with an order you've already placed, press 1. For product information,
Well, he was buying something. I should have not muted him, and we could have got the credit card number.
Justin,
Not that again.
talking about going to a steakhouse. We used to do videos for the representatives up at the state level, up at the Capitol, and we'd spend all day shooting and recording these representatives and senators as they came out, and they would do like a PSA. And we had like 3 rooms going, and then some of them would get to go over and do like a longer interview, that like the higher up leaders would get to do a longer interview thing. But
Right.
then at the end of the night, they would take us out to dinner, and they took us out. The first night when we're setting up and stuff, it was just pizza. We grabbed something and do. But after everything was over, did Dave just run over a car?
Yeah, he always does.
He just flat out. Anyway, they took us to. They would take us to the steakhouse where all the representatives ate, and that place was fancy. And one of my coworkers asked for A1 sauce, and it's like the steak was great. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was one of the best steaks I've ever had, and it was so juicy and flavorful that it did not need anything.
Oh, that reminds
But
me.
he
of
didn't even
the-
taste it. He's like, asked for A1 sauce, and the waiter's like, we don't have A1 steak sauce. Well, I really want A1 steak sauce. Yeah, I'll see what the chef can make. And so they came out with a little carafe that the chef had made something for him and gave it to him. And he put his finger in it. That's not A1 steak sauce. It's like, dude.
Yeah, it's probably spit at it in there.
We had a guy work for us when I worked for USA Baby Child Space. He was Matthew was one of our guys, one of our sales guys. And we all used to, when all the representatives would come in from different places, Craig would take us all out, the managers of the staff and everything, bring us all out to meet these new people so that we'd understand their products a little better.
Mhm.
And we go to Ruth's Chris. So we're at Ruth's Chris the first time with Baby Dreams, telling us about all their products and that. And Matthew orders the T-bone, gets the T-bone, comes out there and it's beautiful, man. This beautiful steak. And he looks up at the guy and he says, "You got any ketchup?"
Yeah, it's like the guy in Waiting. He's like, nothing like a good steak with some ketchup.
Yeah. Craig looked over at Matthew and he says, "If you put ketchup on that steak, you're fired."
But this would be Joe right here in a high-end hotel, right?
I already noticed.
That's probably Mike about golf tomorrow, but you know what? I'm going to answer it in the sitting room because this phone, it bores me.
That would totally be Joe.
Yeah, I have 2 of those robes, by the way.
I'll go take it in the sitting room.
I never stole a robe from a hotel, but I've got one of those robes upstairs that somebody gave me.
Yeah, I've never stolen one. I've taken a bunch of towels.
You don't have to steal them.
Those white towels work good for car when you're working on a car.
Well, like if you go to a really nice hotel in like Vegas, some of them will have them. But it will say on there, not always, but some of them will actually give you a price if you want to keep it, and they'll just charge it to your room.
Oh yeah.
If you take it, they're going to charge you.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get in trouble for taking it. They look at it as you wanted it.
Yeah, here's the cost of this. If you decide to take it, you bought it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they actually give them away for free in some of the hotels over here, and other ones you can actually just buy them at reception.
Yeah.
Right, and they do the same thing too, but it's usually really like you're not going to go to a Motel 6 and buy a robe. Like that's not how.
No.
These are usually like casinos, big casinos and shit like that.
Yeah,
Did they give you a Motel 6?
Some of
Oversized
these
shirt?
Motel 6, you forget a toothbrush, and they say go down to the desk and ask, and they give you one that's already unwrapped. And here, it's only been used a couple times.
Yeah, Motel 6 gives you white beaters.
Yeah, they give you a quality used.
Give you a white beater.
Got a couple of stains on them.
Dang it! Someone needs to make a wife beater robe.
Honestly, Donald, I probably wouldn't be surprised if there's not one already out there as a gag gift.
Yeah, Don's gonna go look now. My son, Nick, the Marine, all he wore
Wait,
All
oh,
he wore
a
when he
white
was around the
beater
house was
robe.
white beaters.
Wouldn't that just be a dress?
Yeah.
A fluffy dress.
No.
Well, you know what a wife beater is, right?
Yeah, it's what we call a vest top.
Yeah, a tank top. Yeah, it's technically a tank top, but
Yeah.
a tank top.
Well,
but, you
no,
know,
we
they're
don't call them tank tops either. Tank tops are like a jumper. A wife beater's like a vest.
No, I'm saying that's what we
No.
would call it. Over
A
here.
vest opens in the front. A wife beater
Oh.
doesn't.
A vest over here doesn't.
Mm. Your suit vests do not open up at the front. They
Yep.
pull over the
So I
top.
typed in
Yep.
wife beater robe, and this is what came up.
Told you it'd be a
That-
dress.
Hey, I'll take one of those.
Yeah, I don't.
Forget
I don't see
the wife beater robe, just the girl underneath, please.
Yeah, and keep the fucking robe.
That's what came up.
I don't know. I think you're imagining things. If you look up vest, every vest I
Oh,
see
Lord
on here
help.
has a zipper or a
Lord
button.
help me.
In the US, yes, but not in the UK.
I'm. Don't type it in, Don. Don't type it in. I'm telling you, stop. I got a guy in a G-string just now. Came up next.
What website are you searching on?
yeah,
Wife
it's
beater
not-
robe is what I said.
Yeah, he
Go up
put
with
that
a-
in Pornhub
Guy in a
search
G.
engine.
He didn't even. Oh my God! Get that off.
So I say he wasn't on. But David, he wasn't on Google. He was on Pornhub search engine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Get that NVIDIA shit off of my thing.
yeah. Blame it on Nvidia.
Oh, no. Now you know the worst part. I'm gonna get a bunch of ads for that shit.
Somebody comes in to work on Joe's computer. Why were you looking this up? It was Nvidia. It was all Nvidia. Damn AI.
Damn AI.
Yeah. We should all have little disclaimers drawn up anyway. Anything found on our computers was probably Justin related.
Justin told me to look it up.
One of the first pictures I got was a guy with a mullet with a wife beater and jeans on.
My defense for anything that they find on my computer is they'll say, "Oh, how do you explain this?" And I'm like, "David said it meant something different in England." Interracial granny porn means something different in England.
Interracial granny porn.
Is TJ working or is he at home? You know?
Oh no.
So Master Ash Screws came out with a new what you call it? Let me find it.
You're telling the
For
story.
the Avada 2, they finally came out with props for the Avada 2. Because the Avada 2 props are 3 props. Let me find it.
I wonder what AI would spit out if I went over and asked it to make a picture of a wife beater robe.
Oh,
I don't know.
That might be dangerous.
yeah. Later this evening, we'll all be there talking to Justin when the Hit Squad come through the windows and start taking him out.
What it is, it's just going to spit out a picture of a guy beating the shit out of a girl in a robe.
So here you go. This is the Avada 2 upgraded propellers for Master Air Screw. They went from 3 to 4.
Well, that would allow you then to snip one of the blades off, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like TJ.
Yeah, I ordered 2 sets of the black.
Okay, I found it. You got to look up a sleeveless robe.
I'm still afraid. Nvidia's going wild.
And this is a men's fishnet robe.
Oh, Lord help me.
Here, let's go. Where is my Google Chrome? There you go.
Yeah, I saw one of those. I had one of those before.
And there it is in white. But it's fishnet. I kind of want to see it in terry cloth.
The female version looks much better.
Different curves to it.
Better
That's not
parts.
really.
Any joy there, Paul?
What's that?
Any joy there buying a Neon?
Oh no, there. I can't find them. I called my.
Here's the
local Best Buy.
female version. It looks a lot better.
Oh yeah. But hey, Joe, the only problem is it doesn't come with that insert.
But it's not funny. I'm looking for funny.
The only insert you might get, it might be cardboard or blow up.
All right.
Ruby's Costume Fantasy Net.
I think we have a winner.
I'll order something like that and then sue the
Joe.
company because it didn't include the woman with it.
I think we have a winner for a wife beater robe. Like
There
a
you
wife
go.
beater hotel robe.
The
Yeah,
white one looks Roman, doesn't it?
you kind of.
I don't know. Ooh, look at that.
All I'm telling you is that the more you look into that site, that when you put on there what Don said,
Hey Joe, what's that?
it gets worse. What? I don't see any girls.
That was Joe 40 years ago, right, Joe?
That was me like 60 years ago.
Joe, you can't be so judgmental these days. It might be a girl, you don't know.
Hey, all I know is this dad bod is kind of hot, you know.
Dad bod? You outgrew
I
a
got a
dad
grand-
bod 30 years ago.
I got a grandpa bod now.
Yeah, that's not a dad bod.
Yeah. And if it's hot, you might get a cream for that.
I mean, you might be able to get a job as a casket model.
Yeah, that might work.
What kind of chopped on my fucking McDonald's fries?
All right, I'm gonna go because I got to record some audio for this commercial.
All right.
So I will talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Joy, just-
Hi, Don.
Yeah, it says ship date unknown on the, what you call it. Now, DJI kind of threw a fast one on everybody yesterday because they said if you sign up between the 5th and the 12th, express shipping. And when I signed up originally, it says expect to be shipped the 6th. And then about an hour later, it says this item will be shipping on the 6th of, it said September 6th. So it'll be shipping on October 6th. After about an hour, it came out with that. Let's see what DJI says right now. I just wish they would have got them at Best Buy. I went and grabbed one real quick. My orders. Warehouse is processing your order. The order is estimated to be shipped on 10/6.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't get these things to the stores first and then say this is the date we're releasing it. Because every other product pretty much does that for the most part. And that's when you'll get people lining up wanting to get it, you know?
Yeah.
But
Well, the way this
it's
is set up right here is that it was $289 for the combo kit, $38 for 2 years, and with the tax came out to $357.07. That was total price. And I've updated my goggles 3 and my motion 3, and it
What's up, Jody?
says Neo. So all that's set up for the Neo, so I could work it with the goggles 3 and the motion controller 3, the chick stick 3.
But just remember too, like they were saying, it's really not really designed as an FPV drone at the end of the day.
Right. It does have easy acro on it, so you can fly it around inside and do flips and things like that with it. And you could technically go outside and fool with it, as long as the wind's not bad. And the video, I've heard people complain about the video, but I saw some video last night that Jerry put on. The video didn't look that bad.
Well, it's like, what are you trying to compare it to? The video for what it is absolutely amazing. Now, is it an Air 2 or Air 2S or Mavic 3? No. Or is it an Air 3? Obviously not. But for the size and what it is, it's a damn good video.
I was perfectly happy with this right there, the regular Avata. I had fun with this. Then I got the Avata 2 and I had more fun with it. But I'm perfectly happy with this one right here. And I've got an extra one in the box. I'm gonna start taking this one out and flying it some more too.
Actually,
I got 4 batteries for this.
If I did get another drone, I wouldn't mind getting one of those little Neos, because that looks like a fun little drone just to play around with.
Yeah, since you don't have anything but you still have the Otello, right?
Yeah, but that's not really an outside drone. I don't.
Yeah,
have anything.
Yeah, you'd have fun with the Neo, I think.
I would just want something that I could fly just up and down the street in my neighborhood. Nothing crazy, just something to whip around would be fun. And it's not overly expensive neither,
You see, the other thing that the Neo, if Sean's still on, he'll probably be able to verify it. According to the updates, it sounds like if you have the DJI RC2, which is the controller like Paul doesn't like with the antennas, the newer model, that it will fly that. And if it does fly that, if it flies it, you can do it without goggles. Because you could do it with the NC, the DJI N3 R1 N3 or whatever it is with your phone. So if you can do it with the RC3 without goggles, you could fly it around visual.
He said yesterday that the new controller it comes with is the only one it's compatible with at the moment.
They came out with a whole bunch of updates yesterday with the stuff.
Okay. Well, that was yesterday when he was telling us too, so it might have came out right after he was telling us about it. He might have known about it then. But that's to be expected too. They're going to add shit and stuff, but they're probably not going to add too much backwards compatibility until it's out for a little bit too. It seems like that's what they do.
I'm waiting to see him do. We'll see. Shows an update on control, but I haven't tried finishing. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny did it yesterday, and I can't remember if he said that. If Johnny did the update yesterday, I don't remember if he said it said Neo now.
So yeah, that must have came out right after, sometime after he.
Because I had updates on all my stuff yesterday, but the only thing on mine that says Neo is the goggles 3.
But yeah, if I was to get another little drone to play with, I think that one would be fun just to whip around in the outside in the front yard. Nothing that I don't want. I don't want nothing that's gonna go far.
I want it for when I have that devil child over here and she's screaming, I want mama, I want Gigi, I want mama, I want Gigi. That I'll be able to put it up in the air and fly it around and she can sit here and watch it, and that might take her attention off everything. She'll want to come over here to see it,
Yeah.
That'll give me a little added boost.
And the Tello, you can fly it outside, but it's not rated for any kind of anything. on wind. Like I've been flying it before where a little breeze just came through and it started flying away and I had to drop it because I was afraid it was going to keep going. So yeah,
I was talking
I
to
immediately landed it.
Johnny yesterday. It said AccuSync 4, it said the 4.7 miles was the range on it or something like this. And you got 13 to 17 minutes, maybe max, on this flight time. I told Johnny, I said, I wouldn't even try to take it out 1,900 feet to the lighthouse. I'd be afraid I'd get out there and can't get it back. You know, it's just,
Well, see,
that's
if
not the
y'all,
drone to fly that far away.
well, and if y'all are gonna really like that, that's when you guys bring out a little boat that if you need to get into it to go get it, you got something, you know.
Well, you better put something on it to float too, because it's probably gonna land in the water.
You could always strap a little pool noodle on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It only has to be a little. It really only has to be a little piece of a pool noodle. Don't need to be very big. It'll be enough to make it float.
Yeah.
A little self-inflated life raft.
So this is my question. How much is Care Refresh going to be if you lose a drone? Or if you tear up the drone? Well, it's only $39 for 2 years. So what's it going to cost? $17 to replace it, or $12 to replace it? You know?
Yeah, you're talking about the additional costs you have to pay up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be $39 or $29.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
no way.
because it's only what's the drone cost by itself right now? 200?
Yeah, 200. Let me look. It might be like
Or no,
$29.
Yeah, it can't be that much because it's only a $200 drone at the end of the day. So it would have to be something real minimal, at most $20, you know, I would think.
Let me see, because they got it listed here. Let me see if they give you the breakdown. Look at this. Well, you see, that's what I don't like about some company. It says refresh for 2 years. And it tells you, it says 4 low-cost replacements. Flyaway, water damage, collision coverage, 3-day average replacement time, all this. And it doesn't tell you the difference, the price. It was $38 for 2 years coverage. Let me see, view details. Here you go. This might work. Okay. 1 year plan, 2 year plan. Okay, here you go. The replacement fee is $19. Guess how much the
Okay,
flyaway is?
How much?
$89.
That's pretty high.
That's
But I
high to
guess,
me.
but yeah, because if you add the 89 to the 22 you already spent, I mean, you're not really, I mean, I guess you're still ahead at the end of the day, but that's pretty damn close. So, I mean, that's
And
$111.
$19 isn't bad if you fly it into the bathroom sink, you know, so like,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
or into the bathtub.
But 89's a little ridiculous.
Or if you got a black lab and it pisses them off and they bite it, you know.
I could see like maybe $50 for a flyaway, but 89.
Yeah, I was
you're
thinking
pushing
like 49 maybe.
Well, if you add the cost of what you already paid up front and then the 89, that's $111 for. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you're still coming out because that's still going to save you 80, 90 bucks of having to go buy a new one. So,
And you see, if it was 49 for a flyaway, I'd be in and out that tugboat every day. Me and that tugboat would be friends.
and you get what, 3 returns on DJI Care, right? Per year?
This one gives you 4 in 2 years and 2 flyaways.
Okay, so it's pretty much like 2 a year.
Yeah, 2 and 1, 2 and 1.
So, and 1 flyaway per year.
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to having this little thing. We're talking on the Neo there, TJ. Neo. We gotta figure out what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna give it this one I'm gonna give a name.
Well, you could have a contest. Name this Neo.
Yeah, you always give it a girl name too.
Nemo.
I got a name. I do have a name for the Mini 3 Pro. The first day I flew it, the first day I flew it, I was brand new at this, and I was bringing it back on the lakefront towards me, and I saw it over the tree line coming to me, and my son called me, and I reached over and I answered the phone while it's coming to me on my wrist, and it flies right over the top of me, and I didn't hear it because the Mini 3 Pro you can't hear. So it goes over the top, and I stop, so just let it hover for a second. And I'm saying, yeah, I'm flying. Let me find out where this thing's at. I don't see it. Let me get it back to me. And I'll call you back in a few minutes. Okay, yeah, go ahead. So I look up and I see where it's still looking forward, but I didn't look at the screen hard enough to see where it was. So I started going forward. And now I'm going, as I start to go forward, this is when they had an issue with the controller right off the bat. And the controller started glitching up on me and went black. So you got to reboot it. It's the only thing you can do. So I had to reboot it. And I said, well, it's going to come back to me because I'm rebooting it. So when it rebooted and came up, the drone was moving. It stopped because it picked up a signal again. So it hovered again. So I said, okay, let me see. And I looked, I said, yeah, it's still on the other, because I saw a tree. I said, still on the other side of that tree. So I started bringing it towards me again, and it glitched again. So when it glitched again, it went off, and when I got it started up again, it says critical battery level landing. And I'm saying, no, you got to come to me. So I'm giving it throttle. And all of a sudden, it glitches again. So 3 glitches right off the bat with the controller. So now I'm getting mad. So it comes back, I get it back on, and it's laying in the grass somewhere. I could see the sidewalk, and I had to think of the lakefront because I've walked that lakefront many times. And I said, okay, that's by the Carvey Street Bridge, still in front of me. Somehow it got close to the bridge. So I walked that lakefront from 8:30 in the morning to 9:45, looking for that drone. And I'm walking back with the controller in my hand, and a woman and a husband are walking by, and she goes, you looking for a drone? I said, sure. She goes, yeah, it's down by Girard Street. It was 7 blocks the other way. So I drive down there because I knew where that sidewalk was, where it turned to. I pulled down there, walked out there, and I found that Mini 3 Pro sitting in the grass. I mean, level with the grass. So he got a name that day. I said, bitch.
Nancy
That's the
and
name of my
Nikki.
Mini 3 Pro, bitch.
No, TJ, Nancy and Nikki are too much trailer park sounding names, so.
Nikki the Neo. No, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's too trailer trash sounding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nemo
Norm the
Neo.
Neo. I'll figure something out.
He said, I call my Neo Mrs. Snugglesworth.
So we're overcast, but we're not getting anything right now.
Oh, we had a shit ton of rain last night. Oh my God, dude. It was fucking pouring. I went outside and it was so loud coming down on the tin roof on our porch that goes over the porch. It was so damn loud I couldn't even hear my phone. I went to turn all the way up when I was watching a video. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Let me see something. I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to take a ride to Academy. Might have to go get it. Oh Lord, how much rain everywhere.
It has to be a female name, TJ. Always name your stuff after a female.
Well, the good news, it's showing rain during the game, but it's showing light rain during the game.
Like Sarah used to call her Chrysler, Chrissy the Chrysler. And she used to call her a bitch too when she would be acting up. She's like, don't fail on me, you bitch.
Why don't you just call it Chrysler Aguilera? What a fucking name is Christian Aguilera. Call it Chrysler Aguilera.
When she used to call
I'll
her
get a
own
rain suit for $18 at what you call
rain suit. Oh, if it
it.
starts
Yeah,
raining.
a rain suit for $18.99 at Academy.
What is that? A store or something?
Academy Sports.
Oh,
Let's get a
okay.
cheap
Never heard of it.
poncho.
Never heard of Academy Sports.
Y'all don't have Academy Sports and Outdoors by y'all?
Ooh, not in my town. We don't.
national?
I've never seen. There might be one in like Tampa, Orlando, maybe Lakeland, but not in our area. I've never noticed one offhand. No. I've never heard of them. I've heard of
Yeah,
Hibbett Sports and Big Five and
Yeah, it's
those
basically the
places.
same thing. But I might have to go buy this.
I tried to get a job
Right.
at Hibbett Sports like 4 or 5 years ago, but apparently I didn't pass their credit check to get a fucking job as a cashier. I was like, really? I was like, y'all doing credit checks to get job, basic ass fucking retail jobs?
You know
Like, it's
why?
stupid.
You want to make sure you don't have credit problems and you're going to steal from 'em.
Oh, I know why they do it, but it's like, dude, the majority of people that are going to do those jobs might not have the best credit because they just don't have a lot of money and stuff. So it doesn't, that to me, that's kind of singling out a whole group of people.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much, to me, they're
Oh,
pretty
that's
much
new,
looking
that
at it
one.
as,
Yeah.
to me, it kind of means like, oh, anybody that doesn't have some kind of money and good credit is a piece of shit type, is the way I look at it when companies look at you like that. But
Yep.
even police departments do that. There's some police departments that if your credit drops below a certain thing, the police department will actually come to you and say you need to get your credit back up, because they look
Right.
at it as you could become corrupt
Wait,
because
hold.
you start
Yeah.
owing creditors money.
You want about they go up to a police officer or the general public?
No, a police department can go to one of their officers.
All right. That's,
Some police departments monitor their officers' credits. And if it drops below a certain amount, they'll actually go to them and say, you need to get it up, because it's a form of them trying to keep their cops from becoming corrupt.
yeah. You know what I'd say? That's what the wife says.
Because they don't want their officers to get in so much debt that they're going to start thinking about stealing money and stealing drugs off of drug dealers and reselling it and shit like that, right? Which
Yeah, I can
that kind
understand
of
it in
makes,
a way.
I can understand that, but to me, a retail job doing that, when most of the people that are there are like middle class to lower middle class, are going to be the ones that are filling those positions.
Yeah.
Sometimes their credit might be fucked because it's just they ran into a bad time. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't make them a bad person, and they might not be stressed out to the point where they're going to steal from you. To me, that's kind of labeling an entire group of people in the population.
Yeah.
But I understand with cops why they would do it, because cops have a lot of power given to them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, for that kind of job, it makes sense. Because you don't want a cop over living their means and then becoming, because it will cause some people to do that.
Well, if my boss or anyone came up to me and said you need to get your credit score up, I'd go, you need to sort your pages out, don't you?
Yep.
Simple as that. You're clearly not paying me enough.
Well, it all depends on too whether you're living above your means. Can you afford 4 brand new vehicles in your driveway? You know what I'm saying? When you only need 2, but you went out and decided to get a loan on 4 cars. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Sometimes people just live way above their means. Like they could live comfortable, but they just want to keep buying all the new shit coming out, and then they end up running up a bunch of debt.
Oh, I know the ones you're talking about. The ones that you're convincing to keep buy this, buy that, buy the other.
I
You know, like Jason.
gotta make sure everybody else around me has a lower credit score than me.
Jason's loaded though.
Yeah, but Jason has a good, probably a decent pension from the military. Plus, that job he works at. Jason told me how much they charge to go in those wind tunnels. They ain't cheap, dude. They make a lot of money.
They make money.
But people that do skydiving professionally, dude, those are usually guys with money. So,
Oh yeah, you don't.
you know what I'm
There's
saying?
no,
It's not,
they
not,
don't have any hobos in the air
no, it's usually not a cheap, it's not that cheap of a sport. Like,
because it costs you some decent money just to get up in the airplane to get up to jump.
right. It's, you know what I'm saying? It costs money to do those kind of extracurricular activities, you know? So it makes sense why they would charge so much. I mean, it's just the supply and demand, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and there's only so many wind tunnels out there. I mean, it's not like you're going to find one in every fucking town in America, right? They're very,
Yeah.
very niche. So you have to go, you know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys have to live in those areas too in order to have that full experience.
So what do you think? $18.99 for the rain suit.
Pretty cheap. How much is shipping?
You know, I can go pick it up
Oh,
about 3 miles from it.
hell yeah.
I'll put it this way. The problem I'm gonna have, because I gotta get a double X at least. Problem I'm gonna have is the pants are gonna be long. But that's an easy fix. I got a sewing machine. I could, if they fit and everything fits right, I could roll them jokers over and hem them. I'll have time to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing too, like with Jason's background in the military, what he was, a Navy SEAL. I mean, he's always going to be a SEAL, but with that kind of training, dude, Jason, if he wanted to, he could go work for a private military making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. He could go work for any one of the defense contractors easily as a consultant, like my uncle did. And my uncle wasn't a SEAL. My uncle retired out of the Army as a sergeant, some kind of, he was an E9, whatever that is. And
Army?
Yeah.
Probably
he
Master
retired.
Sergeant.
Yeah, he retired
Actually,
after 30 something years, and he got a job with Raytheon making 6 figures a year, making a couple 100,000 a year as a consultant.
he could have been a sergeant major if he went to the school.
Because they hire those guys because they can go to the government officials. They know how to speak all that lingo.
Yeah.
You know, they understand all the military tactics, what the military needs. And so those defense contractors will hire those kind of guys up in no time. Like one of the things that they were talking, I was watching a thing and there was a couple ex-SEALs that were doing an interview and they were talking about, they were like, most of the time, he goes 99.9% of the time, you're never going to see a broke SEAL when they get out of the military. He's like, because they have the ability to get really good jobs. Like, he's like, most of them become entrepreneurs when they get out and become millionaires because they just, I mean, you can't be an idiot to be a SEAL neither. You got to have some brains on. You know, it's not like the movies portray where, oh, they're just a bunch of dumb grunts. No, some of these guys are very intelligent, you know, depending on what you go into.
Does that mean TJ can't be a SEAL even though he can clap like one?
Yeah.
You know,
TJ's not a SEAL. Yeah, I've heard him.
When you're in any kind of special ops, bro, you got to have some kind of head on your shoulders. Like, they're just not going to put anybody in there. And that's why the recruitment percentage in the SEALs is insanely small. They said it's actually easier to get into the NFL than it is to become a SEAL.
Yeah, but TJ make a great SEAL, wouldn't he? Because like he'd get there, make everybody laugh, just burst out laughing, confuse the fuck out of them all. Well, his team, his colleagues, just go in and sort it out.
Like I said before, too, I have respect for anybody that did anything in the military. I don't care what your job was. I have just as much respect for you. Because at the end of the day, you gave up years of your life to go do that when you didn't have to, you know. That was all volunteer, so. That's why.
What was your job? I was the cleaner.
And I don't give a shit if you were cleaning toilets for 4 years. That's 4 years you gave up your life to go do that. So that's the way I look at it, right? And that's the way, you know, Don Shipley, when he goes after these guys that, you know, were in the military, but then they bloat what they did in the military to make themselves.
Claim. Yeah, claim.
Yeah, claim they did this and that, and they didn't actually do that. They were just a basic whatever, a cook or whatever. And he's like, dude, he goes, why did you need to lie? He goes, you did 5, 6 years of service,
Yeah.
whatever, however many years. He goes, you didn't need to lie. And a lot of companies don't care. Like they'll look at it as if you do 4 years, 6 years, 12 years, they look at it as that was a commitment you followed through with. And there's a lot of companies that have quotas every month where they try to hire as many vets as possible. Any
Yeah.
kind of veterans or ex-military.
You know how many job interviews I've been on that they've looked at me and said, you went in the Marines, how many years? 14? When can you start?
Yep.
You
When
know?
I worked at Walmart, dude, you'd be surprised how many guys that had even like 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever, however many years they put in, even the minimal amount, and they would get
Yeah.
hired right off the street and get put right into salary management. They'd get a salary management position right off the street. Never had any experience in retail, and they would hire them right off the streets. I've seen some become store managers right out the gate. We had one he was in the army for 20 years and retired, and they hired him as a store manager, and he was making a few $100,000 a year as a store manager. That's why I love that Charlie Kirk video I was watching yesterday when he was at the college and he was debating with the college students how college is a scam. And he asked one kid, he goes, what are you going to school for? And he was like, something with engineering. He goes, okay. He goes, your average engineering job, for example, is like, I think he said it was like 100, 120,000, something like that. And I can't remember the exact figures, but he was like, right now you could walk into Walmart and get a job as a store manager, work your way up for a year or two, become a store manager making 300,000, 400,000 a year without a college degree. He goes, and he goes, half of you guys aren't even going to, he goes, half of you guys, because if you look at the statistics, half of kids that go to college, they end up getting a job when they get out that didn't even require a degree to begin with.
Yeah, but that's because most of them are doing like fucking dance history and fucking social media studies. The fuck?
Well, even the ones that are doing like good degrees, they get put in classes that have nothing to do with, they'll be going to school to become an architect and they get put in women's studies. What the fuck does women's studies have to do with being an architect?
Well,
They get put in all these classes that don't have nothing to really do with what they're actually trying to go to school for. Because he asked him, that was one thing he asked him. He said, what are you going to college for? And the kid would say his thing, and then he would say, well, what classes are you taking? Half of them had nothing to do with what he was going to school for. They were all kind of like woke classes that the college was forcing these kids to take.
Yeah, because one of my niece's friends at her university, they're doing YouTube studies. It's like, the fuck? The hell's YouTube study?
I mean, if you're going to be like say a website designer, or you're going to be a something that's going to be involved in marketing or social media, I could see you taking a class like that. But if you're going to be an engineer or you're going to be an architect or something, what the fuck does that have to do with that, But that would be the class that they'd get put in. Instead of them focusing strictly on what these kids are going to school for, you're going to be an architect, okay, mathematics classes, engineering classes, things like that. Instead of focusing on classes that would have to do with the job they're going to do, they put them in a bunch of shit that has nothing to do with it.
So I bought the rain suit. I'm just waiting for them to tell me when it's ready. I'll go pick it up, get it back here, try it on. You see, I want to try it on here, make sure everything fits right. Because if it fits right, then I'll go ahead and do the legs so that the legs will be right. And then it means tonight I can just wear a pair of shorts underneath my underneath that, not worry about wearing a pair of pants.
Getting a hell of a pound of battering.
I can see that.
You could get a wife beater robe instead.
Yeah. But it's going to be raining the whole game. And I would rather have that on than be wet the whole game.
Now, are your cameras like water resistant? So you have to worry about water.
My lens is a sports lens. I'll only bring one lens tonight because of the rain. That's the sports lens. So they're not gonna get any close-up pictures after the game. When it rains, they'd already know. I'm not even hanging around because I've been wet enough.
Like,
um,
but can your cameras and stuff handle just rain or what?
Well, I have a raincoat that goes on the cameras, but the lens is water resistant, waterproof. The camera is not, but it's resistant, not proof. But usually the raincoat will cover the back, so it sits over the back enough that it keeps 90% of the water off of it. The biggest thing you got to do when it's raining like this, when you walk in the field, you got to remember to hold it with the lens facing down.
Well, and then one thing you really have to do with electronics is you got to figure out what IP rating it has, and then you got to look up what does that IP rating actually cover, as far as what, because obviously water resistance is different than waterproof.
Yeah,
And then there's different ratings for each one of those. How far depth it could go, how much actual water could be sprinkled on it. So you got to figure out what your IP rating is, and then see what
the
that
sports
actually
lens
covers.
is waterproof. It's water sealed. So
Right.
that's a good thing. So I'm not worried about the lens, but you got to worry about the lens. Like I said, if you're walking and you're not thinking, and like I carry it over my shoulder with the lens facing up. So if I'm not paying attention, I'm facing up and the water's landing right on the lens. I got to wipe it.
Right.
So I've got to, like last night, I made sure I held it like this, where the lens was down, but the back don't matter.
Do you have
if a little bit of rain gets on it?
Do you have a like little pop-up canopy that you could stand under when you're not actually shooting, like in between shots?
No.
Oh, dude, you should go get you one of those. Like 30
I was
bucks,
thinking about.
30,
I'm
50
thinking
bucks at
about.
Walmart.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about buying one of those umbrella hats. It's like a hat that fits on you. It's an umbrella.
Yeah, that probably
That would
work.
be nice. Yeah, but this rain suit's got a hood, so that's good. That's all I'm worried about. All I need to do is, and you see, and the best part, if it doesn't fit me, I've got the shirt that I wear is a tactical shirt that's water resistant. It won't get soaked. The water will come off of it. But water does get in your t-shirt and gets all up in there and all of this, so that'll make you wet. And then, but the pants, I've got a pair of tactical pants in the back. That the tactical pants in the back will also, water beads up on it. So that's what I usually wear. But when it's raining this bad, I really want a rain suit.
Well, that's a good idea to be prepared.
Man, it'll give me time. It'll give me time between now. 'Cause I leave here about 4 to go to the game. It'll give me time to hem the pants and then put my patches on it. So at least I'll have patches on it to show who I am. Because I'm not even gonna wear the leather strap tonight because I'm not putting that in the ring.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. I think we're gonna call it a morning. Give Joe a chance to go get his raincoat and rain suit.
I'm sorry, Paul. You can call it a morning, but British have already done that.
Okay. Okay. So
catch you all later.
David's in our past. So okay. All right.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you
Later.
Bye-bye.